Guys, today is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. When this comes up, we're already in it. Let's give a moment of silence for all the Hispanics who fought in the American-Mexican War. Make Texas Mexico again. Let's start that movement, guys. What up, guys? Welcome back to the 219 podcast. We got Maddie, obviously, and we got Drake. Welcome back, Drake.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
This is the last episode, guys, because we got a 1-star review.
I think we know.
And I was so heartbroken. My debut, and this is the reception that I get. Unbelievable.
Disrespectful.
Who had to give us 1 star? I think I know who.
I might actually press the wrong button now that I think about it.
In last podcast,
Wait a minute.
we talked about, obviously, cereal and came to the consensus that Lucky Charms, Fruity Pebbles is the best one, obviously. Most of we talked about.
What's
Aliens.
This week of all the country, Mexico, coming out with aliens.
Don't listen to say aliens. We got them. Especially right before Hispanic Heritage Month. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how they're breaking it in. Just dropping out the aliens. Who knows what's going to come later in the month?
Bigfoot.
Dude, does Mexico have a Bigfoot?
No, they're going to bring out the Chupacabra.
La Riona.
La Riona. New drop, guys. New skin drop. La Llorona. La Llorona. The last podcast, we ended it off about saying, I was saying Taco Bell's the worst. And
how there were some new menu items to potentially try.
Yeah, and then we have Drake's story that we're going to get into. But I would like to take back where I said Taco Bell is disgusting. Because I found one menu item that is delicious. The soft taco. Spicy
potato soft taco.
Yeah, that's the spicy potato soft taco. That is bussin'. Oh my gosh, I had like 3 yesterday. I think that's my go-to because it's just like so soft.
That's what it is about Taco Bell. You just got to find like your go-to item, and then you're set.
It's because it's just like there's no crunch, so it doesn't like. Sometimes the hard shell like hurts top of your throat, top of your mouth. But this is like just. I love soft things. Anyway, so Drake, you wanted to talk about your horrible experience with Taco Bell.
Yes.
Or his love-hate relationship, we'll say.
Yes, Taco Bell gained a new customer, and me, I'm kind of on the fence now. Because, here, let me ask you this. When you ordered the soft tacos, did you go in store and order them?
No,
we did online order.
Oh, see.
Yeah, we always go, we order it online, and we pick it up when we get there.
Oh, that must be nice when it works, right?
Yeah.
How often do you do that? Like every time?
Every time. It works every time.
I don't think I've ever been inside Taco.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's only been one time that the guy was like, we're closed. And then we're like, we placed a mobile order. And he's like, well, we're closed. And we're like, what do we do?
They still took the order?
Yeah. Like it didn't say on the app that it was closed. That was the one time though. We just did it somewhere else and they let us cancel it. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But
like I said, that's got to be nice though. I mean, just one time out of how many times you'd say?
Countless.
Yeah. Okay. Because the past 3, count them 3 times. Uno, dos, tres at El Taco Bell that I've ordered through the app.
Is it your app that's malfunctioning?
No. I think it's the Taco Bell that's malfunctioning. All the three different ones that I've gone to, every time they've got the Dollar General crackheads working there. Every time I go there, because the last 3 times they've either just given it away to some random just jackass through the drive-thru.
Seriously?
Yes. Or they like just lost the order, even though they said that they got it and they're working on it. I don't get how this shit happens. You get the order, you make the order, you set it out on the counter.
Yeah.
It's really that hard. Or if you're going through drive-thru, surely ask for a name.
Yeah, they do.
You say your name with the mobile.
Yes.
Or they ask you for a name for the mobile.
Yes.
So how likely is it that the past 3 times, Drake Alexander Milsna going to this particular Taco Bell at 10 in the evening, getting the build your own fucking crunch wrap, that you're not going to get it anyway box. They raised the price on anyway, which is some bullshit. But like, surely you ask for a name for the mobile order? you're just like, oh, it's a mobile order. Just toss it out the fucking window or whatever.
So what do they give you? They give you no mobile order.
They said they either
So what you're saying is like maybe somebody came through the drive-thru and was like, "Oh, I have a mobile order," and they just like give them yours.
that's the only thing I can think of. Okay, the first time it happened, it was actually kind of funny, just because it was the first time, and usually weird shit happens.
First time mistakes. You still love her.
Yeah, so
You still love her. She's been loyal to you mostly.
she was just experimenting. It was first year of college. We were all there. First time this happened, I'm in store pickup. Right, I go to the counter. There's nothing there. I double check my phone. It's like, yeah, it's ready to be picked up. So I go. I'm like, hey, I had a mobile order for Drake to be picked up. And there's this like, there's a lady working. She's like, mobile order for Drake? I'm like, yeah. It's like, that went out to a DoorDash just a couple minutes ago. I'm like, it's supposed to be in-store pickup. So why did it go out the window to DoorDash? And she's like, let me talk to my manager about this. And then he comes over to me. He's like, you had a mobile order for Drake. I'm like, yeah, I'm Drake. He's like, oh, you're Drake? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like I said, first time, it was kind of funny, especially the dude's reaction. Second time, it's another in-store pickup. And they just, well, no. The second time, I was with my dad. And we go through the drive-thru, and they're like, "Oh, we gave that to someone else. They just went through." I was like, "Okay, can you remake it the order?" I'm like, "Well, we're out of beef for your food." I'm like, "Okay, just put steak on that then." Because like we're getting our fucking food one way or another.
Yeah, and they should accommodate.
Yeah, so they did. Of course, they forgot half the fucking meal when they did. They did put steak on it, but again, they forgot half of it after already sending it out to the wrong person. So second time, this is kind of pissing me off. This is ridiculous.
That one I'd be mad about too.
No, the third time is what finally I
did it for you.
deleted her number, fucking uninstalled the app and kicked her out. The third time.
Last straw.
It's Friday. I'm on my lunch break at work. It's like, I don't really want to eat instant ramen for lunch. Plus it's Friday. I'll treat myself a little bit. So I find the Taco Bell nearest to me. I put my order in. I wait a little bit. It says it's ready to be picked up. I'm like, cool. I drive to the store. It's kind of busy. So I'm like, okay. The food wasn't on the counter on the little pickup. So I'm like, okay, they're busy. I'll wait a little bit. 15 minutes later, still nothing. So I go up to the counter. I'm like, hey, I had a mobile order like 20 minutes ago. They're like, for who? I'm like, for Drake. And they're like, we have one in that computer. I'm like, yeah, you fucking do. Because you told me it was ready to be picked up. And I show them, I show them the app, I show them my order, show them it's the right store. Like, oh, give us a second. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll get right on that. I'm like, yeah, damn right you will. Another 15-minute wait. I was a fucking white Karen for a second. I'm getting the tray. I'm like, oh, you're going to throw in some extra for making me wait a half hour, right? I'm, half of my lunch break. And they're like, oh, well, what do you want? I'm like, hey, you got any Cinnabon Delights? You can just throw those in for the wait. Like, oh, we don't have any of those.
Starts crying.
Of course you don't. I'd be asking way too much.
Starts crying into his food.
That was after I left. So I'm like, just give me cinnamon twist or something. Here, just get me out of this fucking store. Go to get my drink, and the Baja Blast is like halfway watered down like this. I don't.
That sounds like a horrible Taco Bell. What Taco Bells did you go to for? Just why?
First time was one in Marion.
Okay.
It was on.
The first one was?
Yeah, the first time was at the McGalliard one that you two usually go to.
Right.
Okay.
Second time was in my hometown, Ferdinand. Of course, they always screw shit up, so that wasn't a huge surprise. Third time was in Marion. I said 3 different stores. This shit's happened. So I'm like, okay.
The first store, they usually don't mess up the orders. Like, they're usually good about it. They don't usually mess up, but I mean, it was the good one out of all of them, at least. He's like, you're Drake?
I mean, like I said, they were they got right on it. They apologized. The last 2, they didn't even fucking care.
Yeah.
And they took their sweet time with it too. So I'm like, all right.
Just moral of the story is, if you're going to go to Taco Bell, go to that specific one, I guess.
I feel it's fake Hispanic food. Come on.
Make it.
Bro, you got to know that hard-shell tacos is Americanized.
Especially with the beef.
The beef, yeah, I can get, but I mean, what?
He hates
beef?
Any sort of
ground
beef.
Walking tacos, I hate.
Yeah, I love a good walking taco. Just like nostalgia.
The only thing ground beef should be in is burgers.
You just have to find the thing.
Younger, I was like, this looks disgusting. Who puts hard-shell taco with beef, cheese, and lettuce. Like my whole life, I've always grown up with authentic taco. So that corn tortilla with the carne asada all sliced and the cilantro and onion, and then you get the squeeze of lime on there to get all the juices. Like that to me was Taco Bell, essentially.
You do make some bomb ass tacos.
The salsa de fire and the salsa.
Yeah, that's also
It's like
amazing.
salsa.
Yeah, well, almost salsa fire.
Maybe when we hit 100 5-star reviews, you'll review the secret salsa recipe, right?
Yeah.
The recipe. Yeah.
Show you how to make it.
But
Could you give us a teaser on what those are?
Obviously,
obviously jalapenos and
some spicy stuff.
spicy stuff, salt,
Some-
garlic, obviously.
Some
Oh, of course.
tomatoes.
tomatoes, yeah, tomates, yeah.
That's crazy. I don't remember tomatoes being in the salsa. But...
Yeah, it is.
So
So yeah, you found something you like to Taco Bell.
Finally, I take him there all the time, and he would normally just get like the crunchy taco with just chicken and lettuce. That's it.
That's something.
I was just waiting for him to find his thing that he liked, and he finally found it, and it's cheap.
He found his zing.
only $1.
Yeah. It's literally flour tortilla with potatoes and sauce.
And cheese.
And cheese.
And lechuga.
Taco Bell in Mexico. Guys, today is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. When this comes up, we're already in it. Let's give a moment of silence for all the Hispanics who fought in the American-Mexican War, or for the land to be taken away by white people.
See them, hate them.
Gotta hate white people.
Bring Texas. What was it? Make Texas Mexico again. Let's start that movement, guys.
I mean, they can try to take Texas, but
Good luck.
Not that third world country, China, go to war with the most powerful country.
the cartels are scary. They put
Oh
up
yeah,
a fight.
they would.
The cartel is 75% the whole Mexico, and actually the cartel threatened this Mexican artist to not perform or that he will die.
Who?
Didn't he get the death note on like stage?
Yeah,
I think
but
he kept
it's just
performing.
recent.
Oh, this
Like-
is recent.
It
The
happened
the guy
again.
who performed at the VMAs.
Yeah. So before there was this Hispanic artist who got a note on stage. It was from the Mexican cartel saying, "If you play the next song, you will die." Something like that.
Okay, but why are they hating on him for playing music? Like,
I think his music was anti-cartel.
Yeah, no. Yep, he was in that cartel. It was about like the whole Mexico.
that makes sense.
But he got this letter, right? He reads it, and you see him like hesitate for a second, and he puts the paper down, and the song is about to start. So his mic is not up to sing. So like right as the beat drops, he starts singing, and literally after that concert, the cartel killed him.
The guy who sang the VMAs?
Yeah, no. This is before VMAs, and this is why I'm getting into that. Peso Pluma, who just is the first Mexican artist to perform at the VMAs. So yeah, Peso Pluma, he was at the VMAs. Sometimes during this week, something surfaces on like Twitter, obviously Facebook, social media, and it's like a sign from the cartel. I don't remember what it says, but it's something in the context of like, "Oh, don't perform," or "If you come back, we'll kill you," blah, blah. Anyway, so he canceled like 7 of his concerts that were in Mexico because of that reason.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, it's just history repeating.
So,
repeating
what
itself.
person died because they performed?
I only know about that because it was like only a couple days ago too. I'm browsing r// last moments pictures or whatever the subreddit's called, and they had the picture of him on stage like reading the note,
Oh,
and it had like the
shoot.
story attached with it and stuff.
Chalino Sanchez.
Yeah, he's an absolute legend for that.
Yeah,
I know.
He said,
Like,
So what?
Imagine getting a fucking death threat and just deciding, you know what? Fuck it, bro. This is what I love to do.
I'm going to do it,
We'll
even
die-
if it
we'll
means that
die for
he
it.
died for it. That's respectable.
That's dedication to your own craft, honestly.
Yeah.
But now Peso Pluma got a death threat, so we'll see how that goes. I doubt he will die.
As long as he doesn't make like anti-cartel music, I think he'd be fine.
No, his music is fire.
Well, he's a pretty big like celebrity in Mexico too, isn't he?
Oh yeah, for sure. Peso Pluma.
He's starting to become bigger in the U.S.
Oh, definitely. That's why he performed the VMAs. And his intro, I don't know if you guys saw it, but
It was
the
good.
start of it is really all pitch black, and there's like 3 violins playing, and they're playing like super like fast and like classical music, right?
Mhm.
and then they start playing, and then all of a sudden you just is like song like dun, 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 like all the
They're like
Mexican-
transitions into
I
it.
gotta find it, but
Yeah, you can give that a listen after the episode here.
that honestly brought the whole world into like appreciation of definitely Mexican music. I feel like it's definitely like a callback to
Plus, I feel like the only like
heritage.
other like Hispanic music that's like popular in the US is like Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
and that's not like traditional,
Yeah,
I guess.
My favorite, Ariel Camacho, made Te Metiste. So fire. Sadly, he died early in his career.
You left an impact.
Oh my gosh, his music changed the world. But, and Vicente Fernandez, who died recently, like 2 years ago, and Selena,
Thanks. And thanks, Selena.
the Mexican artist that impacted the United States.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Definitely Selena.
Selena, he was a Chicano, so
Yeah.
makes me proud to not know as much Spanish like her.
Feel represented.
Yeah, she did. She didn't even know
She didn't-
Spanish.
She didn't know a single, maybe a couple words, but it's crazy.
Did she not sing in Spanish?
No, she did.
Spanish, but
She didn't understand it.
she
Kinda.
understood it. She understood, because obviously when you write a song, you understand it.
She couldn't like have a conversation.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The person that killed Selena, she dead?
I think she's still in jail.
Brian Howe. She killed her too young. Too young.
For money.
For money. She literally asked her for like $20.
Is that why she killed her, for money?
Essentially.
Something like that, yeah.
Something along that line.
It was like her like
Because she had a clothing brand and stuff like that.
Mhm.
yeah. She was
She had a lot of money.
involved
yeah.
with her in some way.
She was
She was like the head
manager or something.
She's like the head of her fan club and other
Something
stuff
like
like that.
Yeah.
Something like
I
that.
only saw a Selena movie. That's about the extent of my knowledge on it.
Yeah, shout out to Mexico. Best country in the world. You know why? You know why I know you love our food?
Because you made it.
It's because you guys want it.
Yeah.
You never hear a Mason go, I want some meatloaf. Nah, bro.
You don't hear white people say they want meatloaf.
Right.
That's just an anomaly.
Let's get some Mexicans. Let's get some Mexicans to work in our fucking backyard on our roof. No. Let's get some Mexican food. Let's go get a Mexican. Yeah, I love Mexican. They have a whole fast food chain dedicated to the whole culture. That's how I know you guys love
Cheetos.
Oh, Hot Cheetos is so fire. Oh my gosh. If you ever watched the Flaming Hot movie, you gotta watch that movie. It's on Disney and Hulu, but it's a story about the guy who
About it.
founded Hot Cheetos, like the whole spice to it.
Like just the Flamin' Hot specific.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Is that what they call it? Flamin' Hot? I wonder.
It's not owned by anything, it's its own thing.
Yeah, it's Flaming Hot.
It's Mountain Dew, Chester's, it's on Lay's, it's on obviously Hot Cheetos, Funyuns. It's like its own like little
Doritos.
so it's like its own like company.
Or it started out on like
It
Doritos
started
and
off with
Fritos and stuff.
Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
But then it obviously culminated. And it's like only like the person that made it is like 60 right now. So it's not even that whole
Obviously like a
multi-billion
multi-billion.
dollar company.
Especially if he's doing like Flaming Hot of all these other brands.
Oh my gosh. I don't
Yeah.
He started as a janitor and created this Flaming Hot spice from scratch.
Like to
And he became the multicultural president or whatever.
or chair.
Frito-Lay. Yeah, chairman of Frito-Lay.
Wow.
Like from janitor all the way up.
Was he Mexican?
Yes.
See, they can make it.
Yeah.
Anyone can make it.
Make it.
Yeah, they've made like
Cholo.
they've made a whole like separate like thing for him. Like the multicultural chairman, whatever, did not exist until
They made like
him.
him position.
Yeah, they made it for him.
What's the best Flaming Hot like product?
That is so hard for him to decide.
It changes because when I was younger, I loved Hot Cheetos at regular.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor put me on Hot Cheeto Puffs.
With
This
a Slim Jim.
line. Yeah, and then my cousin got, because we loved Slim Jim when we were younger.
Yeah.
So my cousin was obviously eating them. He's like, oh, let me try this. Obviously, it's good. Changed my life forever. Hot Cheetos and Slim Jim together, the crunch with the soft meat changes everything. I don't know. It's just like that spice with that like fullness of the meat together. And the Cheeto, it could be any Cheeto.
Any shit?
It could be regular Cheetos,
Cheeto Puffs.
Puffs. It could be Chester fries.
Funyun.
It could be anything. But something about Slim Jim addition with the hot Cheeto changed everything. So right now, It was hot Cheeto. It was regular hot Cheetos. Then it became Cheeto Puffs,
Right now it's
and then it was Cheeto
Funyuns.
Fries, and now it's Funyuns. So hopefully,
He's been on a
Hopefully,
Funyuns
yeah.
run right now.
I could go through a bag in like 1 hour.
Like when we
10
first
minutes.
started dating, it was definitely the hot Cheeto Puffs, and then you like slowly progressed into the fries and just like normal Cheetos. You like switch it up every once in a while, but lately it's been the Funyuns. But he still calls all of them Cheetos.
Yeah, they're all Cheetos.
All Cheetos at heart.
Even the Funyuns, they're
They
Cheetos.
don't like the jalapeno cheese ones.
Ooh, don't forget about the Cheeto balls.
Oh, the Cheeto balls, the asteroids. Oh, in the Carolina Reaper Puffs.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? They're like the shape as a pepper. And they got like sweet Carolina Reaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ghost pepper. They got
I think
smoked ghost pepper.
I think it's the ghost pepper ones that are shaped like
like smoked ghost peppers.
peppers. Yeah.
But oh my gosh. I'm telling you, Mexico changed the game in America.
You're forgetting the best flaming hot product though.
The Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir.
It's not good.
I'm not even for a joke. It's not.
They should make how they got the Smirnoff Tamarindo.
Yeah.
Tamarind.
I didn't know that, man.
But they have a Smirnoff Tamarind. You should get
It's like a spicy
hot Cheeto. Flaming hot. I feel like that bit tastes good because it's alcohol. It's not like a soda.
Yeah, just like a little bit of spice. We should get they have like the Smirnoff like tamarind like in the bottle, like the ice. They have it with that flavor in the ice. I haven't been able to find it, but we just have the. I think is it vodka or what is it? Okay.
Smirnoff is vodka, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know that I've had Smirnoff, to be honest.
You probably have
Just
at some point. Yeah, it's
Mixed
cheap
with
vodka.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, you have had Smirnoff before, because
In the jungle.
Yeah.
juice.
yeah,
I don't know if that really counts because that was like everything and the kitchen sink water in there too. So,
Yeah.
shout out one more time, Mexico for being the greatest third world country.
Can you do the
I'm not gonna do that. Oh, more no. That's for tomorrow, Mexico Independence Day.
You're just gonna wake up first thing in the morning, just
that's how I'm gonna wake up tomorrow.
I did that today, didn't I?
Yeah, you did
I'll sing
in the
this
car.
Oh.
You did like 3 times.
Or
you can roll your horse, right?
yeah.
I figured. I wish I could do that. I cannot.
Seriously?
I cannot roll my R's, no. Suck too for like Spanish class. Part of like one of our like speaking exams was to roll your R's.
Oh,
Like half the class failed.
That sucks.
It didn't like greatly affect the grade.
Right. I like how that's like part of the fucking
The
speaking aspect.
Well,
Was that the roll your
And
arms?
we had to
seriously,
go
you have to change so much to speak that way.
yeah.
That's the mouth. I think
Yeah,
that has to be trained because
it is.
some like how are you gonna put like a
My Spanish teacher explained like that people who speak English mainly speak with like the front of their mouth and like their tongue, and like they use like, and it's more like like that. But, like, When you're speaking Spanish, you use like more of like the back of your mouth and like your tongue.
like more
Yeah, it's breathier. Yeah,
the ballot thing.
and like you're moving your mouth more. Like when like you can seriously just talk without like moving your mouth.
Yeah.
Like
Miracle is that's
See?
our became word art.
see,
You mean
it's like more like breathy, like more the back of your throat.
Chinga tu madre, cabrón.
yeah, they were saying that
No.
gay song.
Yeah. I had to sing happy birthday.
We sang one about like a little like chick, I think. I forget what it's called. Like a little,
Oh, something patito.
I think so.
Come on, the Wiggles. Yes, the Wiggles did a whole fucking
Spanish album.
a Western spaghetti Western. It wasn't like anything like when you think of Western, what do you think of? Like cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beaners. It was Mexican, probably. It was we were just I don't know why they didn't say like
Mariachi kind of.
yeah, something like that. It was
Because
Spaghetti Western.
that's too on the nose.
Racist, guys.
It's too on the nose.
come on, like didn't you guys just put prisoners in your country?
Yeah.
You got that?
Some Australians look pretty close to Mexico, you know? Maybe that's not too far off because
I really don't.
spaghetti westerns as a genre were like Italian directed westerns. And Italy is part of Europe. You know what else is part of Europe? Spain. And you know who conquered South America primarily? The Spaniards. So maybe calling a spaghetti western that's set in Mexico ain't too far off.
Okay, I've been saying this for a long time. Are Mexicans a product of Native Americans and Spaniards fucking. I always thought that Mexicans came from Spaniards having an affair with Native Americans, the Aztecs.
I assume that's a large part of the population, but I'm sure there's a few like purebred Aztec and
Right.
Mayan,
Because
like native South
I see
American.
like Mexicans Ancestry in Me or 23andMe, and they have Native American in them. A lot of them, like maybe like 10%
Mhm.
is Native American, and the rest is obviously from Spain. But like, you gotta think like, how did Mexicans start? Like, you're not gonna call like Aztecs Mexicans because they're Aztecs, right?
That's
Right, right.
kind of the colonial like mindset, though. They would go to a country and like, hey, you're like when Christopher Columbus showed up in the Americas, he's like, yeah, you're Indians now. It didn't matter where they were from or what they're called before. They showed up and like, yeah, you're Indians now. It's like how we learned in like when the British conquered India, they renamed a lot of the cities. But yeah, with like a lot of that colonial stuff, it didn't matter. Like, I mean, essentially, it didn't matter. They were in charge. They had the guns.
Right.
They outnumbered you.
But obviously, like when you think of like Americans, oh yeah, they're German, Irish, English. They're Polish. They're all these things.
Why?
But when you say
They're
Mexicans,
European.
what do you think of? Like obviously, Americans are from Europe. Well, like when you think of their background, Europe,
Primarily, yeah.
mostly, like I said, like Ireland, England, Germany, blah blah. What do you think of Mexicans? What do you say? Like, what's their background? Spaniards, obviously, but what else?
Obviously, yeah, like in the South American area.
Well, you go to Argentina, you find a couple of motherfuckers that look like me. But that's a whole nother topic.
In Mexico, we find like people that look like leprechauns.
Yeah.
There's a lot of white, redhead Mexicans in Mexico.
Are they really?
You know Canelo Alvarez, the boxer?
Not really. No.
He's native to Mexico, and he's redhead.
That's crazy.
I know.
Like really white skin too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's one of the best boxers in the world, if not the best boxer in the world. After Mayweather, obviously. He lost to Mayweather when he was young. When Canelo was young, he was like 19, 20 when he fought Mayweather. Mayweather was like 20 something.
Damn.
So obviously he had an advantage. And Mayweather even said that he wanted to fight him young. He didn't have the chance to fight him when he was older because he already lost him.
Mm-hmm.
So he was saying like, if he fought Canelo when Canelo was older, he would have lost. That's why he fought young. Because he knew he was going to fucking be the world's
He
greatest.
can take losing, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, kid, you're really good, but I can't afford to lose.
I get that.
Like, I see your potential here,
Yeah.
but like,
Wait for me to die first.
my moment. I need my moment.
Like, I'll give you maybe 1 or 2 years to have the reign. But
You're Creed right now. I'm Rocky. Let me get out of the game first, and then we can talk.
Let me have my moment
the one,
and my time to shine, and then it'll be your time.
Oh, here's
the first Creed movie with Adonis Creed fighting like that guy was about to retire.
yeah.
What their background? I always think Spaniards and Native Americans.
It's probably about all there is. Because you were talking about how diverse the United States is, but that's because historically the United States has been like an open and free country,
Right.
whereas other countries necessarily haven't. So they haven't had the opportunity to really get immigrants in and diversify.
There's also like Cuban people also
All right.
that like add to that mix. So
I feel like there's a bit of African American mix kind of in that southern region,
Oh,
like in Haiti and Cuba,
Caribbean.
the Caribbean, yeah.
And we've been talking a lot about Mexico.
Hey, it's your month,
Yeah, Mexico is definitely
you could have your moment too.
odd way. Odd, such a sad. I don't know how to explain it. It's the life they live there is so much different.
Yeah,
It's rough there. Yeah.
To them, it's normal, but to us, it's like
that
Wow.
could apply to so many different places though. Like
that is true.
all third world countries, they just live how they live and they're vibing.
And
they
the sad thing is, not even sad, more of like you take everything for granted because they see it as normal.
Mhm.
And if we had that, we'd be like, damn, I really took running water for granted, or I really took
A restroom.
working toilets for granted, or I really took toilet paper for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to fucking pay fucking money for 5 squares in like the cities, and you had to use fucking newspaper and fucking notebook paper.
Or just having a toilet in general.
Oh wow.
or having a like
Rock with dirt.
nice warm bed to sleep in, or a house to sleep in, or air conditioning.
That's so.
Change of clothes every day.
There's
A shower,
there's this TikToker that
soap.
goes around cities and little small towns in Mexico
Oh yeah.
and just changes these people's lives.
There's two of them that I've seen. I know the one you're talking about, but there's also this other guy. He doesn't just go to like foreign countries. He goes like around the United States too, like
Clearly, yeah.
homeless population.
No, they go up to these street vendors and like say like, how much for your whole shop? Blah blah. And he's like, yeah, this much pesos or this much money, right? And you're like, it's like I want to pay for it, but I don't want nothing. Or like I saw sometimes where the vendors take them back to their home, or these little kids take them back to their home, and the guy sees how they're living, and they like make them a new house from scratch.
And then they go and show it to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is your house."
And they're like in tears, bro. Like that shit makes me. I literally told Manny that my dream is to become really rich and famous,
So you can do that.
so I can just give my money away to the next thing.
That's what we're doing this whole.
Yeah, that's my dream. Like, it's just like I just feel so bad. Like, because part of me feels like when I see those, I'm like thinking of like myself, like little me, like how I would be like.
But then again,
That'd
you're
be
like
so
that with everybody. You're too giving, even when you don't have money to give.
I just want people to be happy.
Then you
Oh, sure.
then you end up poor in the process.
I do, but I really give money that I have than give money I don't.
If you give away all your money to help people, then you screw yourself and you can't help people any further.
Yeah, it's not even like oh, I'm giving them away because I want good karma and I want to be peaceful after I die, or I want to be a good person. It's more like I gotta do something. I can't
You just generally want to help.
I can't just stand there and not help them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
God, I don't know. Something about me is just like when I see them, and I think of myself. I'm just like,
I think if you think of like your own family too, and like what you'd be going through if you
Yeah.
were in that situation.
it's so. Thankfully, there's not a lot of Mexicans here, so I don't feel that. But everywhere else, I feel, oh my gosh. I just want to I just know when I go to the mall, I just know that some of them look like you could tell like, oh, they don't have a lot of money. They're just getting their kids some things as a little present. I just know like,
And there's times
let me just pay for them.
he sold things on Facebook Marketplace, and then he sells it to somebody that's Mexican, and then he like feels bad for making them pay, and he's like, "What if I just don't take their money? Like, what if that's for the kid?" I'm like, they message you because they have the money to buy it. Like, they're not gonna do that if they don't have the money.
I know, but
You can make it a little cheaper for him if you feel bad. You know.
He already makes it cheap enough as it is, though. Yeah, like I have to give him a bad instance so he like will take the money because you need the money too. And if he wouldn't have reached out to you and bought this thing if he could not afford it, unless he would like you.
no, yeah.
He's like, what if it's for his kid's birthday and he has cancer? And like, I'm like what if this man is like a sex trafficker? Like, what if this guy was like,
So they get the dream from.
yeah. What if this guy was like a ringleader?
Well, good thing I gave him my shit because I don't want to die. What if he was a part of cartel?
That's what I'm saying. But he had the money to pay you. Maybe he's making tons of money from this. That's all I'm saying.
Shit, if you're listening, give me more money.
Happy to announce our new Patreon.
Please don't kill us.
Yeah, because the cartel will literally get your body, open you up, take all your organs out.
Don't expose their ways. Maybe they'll get mad at you.
It's called body packing. They do it to a bunch of kids in Mexico. They kidnap these kids, open up their stomach, take all their organs. I mean, organs, right?
Yeah.
Put the drugs in there, put the shirt on. So when they go over to the border to smuggle these drugs, the kids are still warm enough and they're like, oh, he's just sleeping in the back. But in reality, he's dead, or she or he is dead with these drugs inside him.
Shit's so flash.
Yeah.
That's probably one way. There's probably multiple ways.
Oh yeah.
It's really messed up.
Yeah, there's so many times where even
They were trying to put him into a sex ring.
people would drive. The cartel or horrible people in Mexico would just pull up with a car. If they see kids walking home, they take him off the street. That easy. Can you do that shit? And who's going to do anything?
Because they'll die.
They don't want to fucking die. And the police is also have the police part of the fucking cartel. Have a connection with the cartel. So it's like, how do
You're
you live
screwed either
in
way.
a country where
I mean, you don't really live. You just like survive.
right?
Yeah. Fucking
Honestly.
current objective survive out here, Jesus.
Yeah,
Well,
for real.
in the imagine living in in Mexico, and if you have AirPods in or nice earrings or
Shoot, at that point, like,
they cut off your whole
not
ear.
having toilet paper is like not a worry at that point. I'd be
Yeah.
worried about dying.
If you have an Apple Watch or a good watch, they will cut off your whole arm just for that one watch that they could just ask for or small like.
Take off any other way.
Yeah.
They just like to be aggressive
Your
about
earrings
it.
for AirPods, they said. If you have nice shoes, you have nice clothes, they'll take.
What if you like stand out? Like if I would be there, because obviously I'm not.
Well, they would know that you're white and you had money enough to come here.
Oh.
And you had blue eyes.
But what would they do with me?
Probably use you for the ring.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. But or like,
I think the thing. Sorry
would
to
they
cut you
like steal shit from me? Like, I mean, if I had nothing.
They probably fucking kill you.
Oh well, yeah.
If anything.
Well, I think the other element is too because they would probably recognize that you're a foreigner. If they do something to you, like they got a whole other government like fucking on their asses now.
My mom was telling me that if I went to Mexico in her city or the town, she lives in a smaller town off the city. The city is more populated and has some cartel members. But she was saying that if they saw me, they wouldn't do anything to me because she said I'm older.
Yeah.
Assume that if you're younger, they would do something to you, but that you're older, they obviously won't do anything to you. But also, she said if they knew that you were part of the military, they'd be scared of you.
Really?
Yes, my mom was saying if they knew that you were part of the military, the United States military,
Why?
they'd be scared of you.
Oh well, yeah. You kill like a U.S. soldier, like
you're fucked. You're going along with the whole fucking country.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Essentially, if you really think about it, if word got out, Mexican cartel kills
U.S. soldier like on vacation.
Innocent U.S. soldier.
You have no idea how much back the Mexicans in the United States will get.
Oh God, yeah.
Hate the Mexicans in the United States.
Yeah.
The United States will hate Mexico. Matter of fact, probably try to threaten them. United States allies. What our allies are? Germany, Japan. They could get this big. Not saying they will, but
more so as like a politician.
Yeah. And imagine if it's like obviously Donald Trump would not go fuck, but Donald Trump would care. Mexico just fucking killed an American soldier.
Yeah, he'd say some dumb shit probably.
Joe Biden will care because he speaks for Democrats, and Democrats are mostly people of color.
We're just heartened to hear the loss of this Indian boy in Guatemala. You know,
what's that one guy that froze?
McConnell.
Yeah, like
we're very proud to hear.
He gets so big, it could start a war. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even.
Yeah, it would honestly.
You know how World War I started? One motherfucker got shot in his car.
Yeah, that's
and then allies get rubbed in.
Imagine you're either hell or heaven, and you're like,
hell, definitely. But yeah,
I started that war. Should I be in hell right now?
Dude, you got like several million motherfuckers just staring at you like
you're like,
I'm dead because of your ass. Your dumb ass took a wrong turn.
Was this my fault?
Should
I go? Should I go or like? Because all that's probably because of me. Oops.
So I think I'm saying
I got my legs blown off and bled to death because this guy ain't even real Mexican.
We go to another Mexican-American war, and we just fucking take Baja California and fucking.
They can take California.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
no, we take Baja California.
Baja California?
Yeah. Mexico, there's like a little sliver of that.
Oh.
That's Baja. That's Baja.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
Imagine another Mexican-American war. At this point, United States takes all of Chihuahua and fucking Jalisco and takes all the way down to where I'm fucking got shot at. So Michoacan, so like half the country is now the United States. That should be crazy. How fast do you think it would take for the United States to start fixing everything in Mexico? Like fixing the roads, fixing a bunch of shit?
I don't know.
Centuries.
I feel like they would greatly hold off. Like,
well, you said like 75% of the population, some crazy is like cartel.
Right.
You got to deal with all of them first.
Yeah.
You're basically raging a war, like a terrorist war in Mexico at that point.
Also,
we know how well the war on terrorism has gone in the Middle East.
Also, just like getting people to live there in general and getting people to like pay taxes for that to be able to happen, like for changes to be able to be made. Like, good luck convincing somebody or some family to live there when they could be dead, like potentially be killed by the cartel just because they're in the area.
Yeah. United States is going to try to take over like all of the manufacturing and shit like that. cartel ain't letting any of that shit happen.
Mm-mm.
So it's going to be fighting tooth and nail for like every factory there.
Here's the thing: we don't put any of our soldiers on the front line. We get the Blood and Crips
Oh my
to
god.
join, and they become like a purple.
Impossible. First, Saints Row out here. The Saints
Row versus a cartel, and we just
If it's Saints Row, then I mean that's a different story.
we aid these Bloods and Crips with M4s and helicopters.
What about
We send them through all the same basic training.
what about we add the military in with that? Just like
Just
joint
imagine,
forces.
imagine the gang with the American army joining as one.
That would be insane.
I think that would be like Infinity War. No, Endgame.
Oh, you think that's be awesome? And they get those remnants of like the Italian mafia in Chicago coming
You
in.
have no idea how many movies.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like army and all this
just
the cartel.
Civil War type shit. So,
Why?
like a gang,
I would not.
like
Let me
gang
just clarify.
versus like not like obviously South versus North, but like
No,
Let's-
please.
the population of California versus the population of Florida. Just them go at it. Best state,
I would be okay with that.
best state war.
We can afford to lose one of them, so I mean
Either one.
that's all right. I'm rooting for Florida,
Yeah, because
but I mean I don't got family down there anymore, so okay, let's see what happens.
I prefer not to go to war, but that's just me.
But just imagine, oh my gosh, even if they make a movie about cartel, Mexican cartel versus United States Army, if that was a movie by itself, even if it's like a comedy movie,
That wouldn't be no fucking comedy.
that shit would be so good. I think that would, and have Oscar Isaac as like a general or some bullshit. You got the complexion.
Yeah,
You think the cartel would be mad about that because it's giving them ideas?
kill every motherfucking involved.
No, here's the thing: you let the cartel win.
Well, that's a shit movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get like
It's like Black Hawk.
Everybody dies.
Just have to like march.
And then
it's like Infinity War.
it's like that one Star Wars movie where just literally everyone dies.
Oh, Rogue One.
Yeah.
Or we just break it as a tie, like the president of the United States meets with the cartel, El Chapo. El Chapo escaped, and that's how the war started. El Chapo and Joe Biden meet together. They shake hands,
Mr. Bin Laden, it's a pleasure.
and they hold hands into the sunset, and they walk.
Did you ever see the Postal movie? You probably have.
The Postal movie?
Postal, the movie.
No.
No.
It ends with Bin Laden and George Bush like dancing through a field as nukes go off.
That is hilarious.
It's the best, worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about Mexico in this episode because Hispanic Heritage Month. It's not only Mexico, but that's all I know.
Sure.
Also, just because it was a interesting tangent.
Burritos are American food, right? Burritos were.
I don't know.
What did they say about burritos? They said burritos is.
You said tacos.
No, burritos are
good.
very good. But didn't people say it's an American thing?
It's a crap. What's the word? There is a word for that. Tex-Mex? Is that what I'm thinking?
Tex-Mex?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's a word for that, like American Mexican blend. It may be Tex-Mex.
I think it is
I'm not sure.
Tex-Mex.
Maybe. I don't know. We did segue pretty flawlessly from Taco Bell to Hispanic Heritage.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This was all unplanned, guys. Just all off the noggin.
We talked about Peso Pluma, how he got that death threat, like Chalino Sanchez.
Are we doing like a recap right now?
The cartel and how
Don't fuck with the cartel.
And how you want another war,
Yeah, but
which I do not want.
I'd fight alongside you, Diego.
and tomorrow's Mexican Independence Day. That's why. See, it's all-
Cinco de Mayo. I know. It's Dia de los Muertos.
that's how I know Americans love our food so much. They had to make a whole day out of it.
They really do.
They're like, all right, we're getting too much with this. We need to be organized. We need
What
a
a-
day.
What about Wiener Wednesday?
I was even going to say we also have Wiener Wednesday.
What is Wieners from? German?
German, probably.
Yeah.
We're like, we're getting too much wieners in our mouth. We gotta let's
What
organize again. Let's have a day for each
what other days are there for like foods like that are like cringy?
Thirsty Thursday,
That is for college students essentially.
Freaky Friday.
I don't know if that's
Let's do
That's a
let's
movie.
make a new one.
French Friday.
Let's make a new one.
French Friday. You
Yeah.
get French fries Friday. You know, fuck like actual like French fruit. I'm not eating snails.
McDonald's actually has like a deal for $1 large fries on Fridays because it's Fry Friday.
Well, there we go.
Like I said, one day I'm gonna grow up. Like I'm not like now.
You're gonna grow up.
One day I'm gonna get super wealthy,
Growing up every day.
make it rain on Mexico. And if any cartel members try to pick it up, I'm not gonna interfere. That's a Canadian event.
They'll be disrespecting a U.S. Army soldier. So
Yeah. Previous veteran. They'll be
disrespecting veterans. Damn, don't do that.
Just wear your uniform.
Imagine me in Mexico in a USA uniform, though.
It's time to end this podcast.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. And if you watched it, thanks so much.
If you say to the end, put like
Comment your favorite Shakira song.
or message us privately.
Here,
Ole.
I got one.
Okay.
If you watched the episode all the way through,
Give us your favorite matchups. Cartel versus who?
oh yeah, who do you think will win? Tell us. Who do you think will win? Cartel or the Blood and the Crips?
With the U.S. Army.
Yeah, the U.S. Army. Now that 75% of the United States or 75%? Well,
That, I don't know if
that's definitely not. There's 1%.
maybe 7% of like California.
Yeah,
but- Well, there you go. Cartels versus the entire state of California.
No, Texas.
Oh,
Who do you think will win? DM us, put in the comments, Texas or Cartel. Anyway, if you guys have anything else to add, say it now.
Texas all the way, baby.
No opinions.
Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, and stay sweet.
Peace out.
Goodbye.